Welcome to this episode of The Pickup. We are on the North Shore of Oahu during the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing. I'm Tiff Casalis with Ashton Goggins and North Shore local Nathan Florence.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Glad to be alive.
Let's get into some news.
Billy Kemper won the Jaws Big Wave World Championships on Thursday, making him this is the fourth time that he's won the contest.
Yeah.
Ian Walsh got second, and Nate here got third.
How was Jaws?
It was probably the best. They scored with having had the competition and made that call on that day. Everything you wanted in a day of surfing and competition out there. You had big barrels, big wipeouts, carnage. I made it to the final. I got third, best ever result in a big wave competition. So for me, it was one of the best days of big wave surfing I've ever had.
Can you talk about the sort of steely nerves that it takes to win that contest 4 times?
Not just 4 times, but his only other result out there was a second. You can't dig on the guy. He literally backs his work up. And
who posts more workout videos, you or him?
I don't know. He did 800 days in a row. He's got to be by now one of the best who's ever gone out there and surfed Jaws. He towed it when he was younger. He was with all those tow guys. He got that crazy huge tow barrel. Billy's gnarly. Yeah. He's just gnarly. That's the fact.
The Pipe Masters have been holed since the fireworks we saw on Wednesday, and Mikey C has been left to his own devices in his bunker and has an update for us.
I only have one question for you today, and it's where is Italo Ferreira? The guy's been prolific on Instagram since he came to Hawaii, yet in the days leading up to the most important heat of his life, radio silence. There have been no posts, no stories, not even an emoji-filled comment on his friend's hilarious pictures. Frankly, I'm starting to worry that Italo's not gonna make it to his heat this week. So Italo, if you're watching this, please post something. A selfie, a shove it doesn't matter, just something to let us know that you're not locked in a secret dungeon beneath the Rip Curl house. But with or without the flying Q-tip, the show must go on. By the end of this week, we're gonna have a new world champion. So let's turn to the Ouija board for an undeniable prophecy. Well, you heard it here first, folks. See you at Pipe.
Let's step into some gossip. So Kelly Slater had an insane backdoor wave.
Insane?
Insane backdoor wave. He paddled back to the peak and he said to Johan Duru, because he was with Johan in the water at this moment, and he said to him it was the best wave he had in the last 10 years.
I think conditions-wise, in that day and in that heat, it was probably the most Kelly thing to happen that could happen. That wave was not supposed to do what it did. It should not, why did it have so many sections? There was way too many sections on that wave. It didn't make sense. And Kelly was not supposed to make it through each one. It looked like a video game. It looked like he was looking for multiple exits because it kept throwing another section and he couldn't get to the exit quick enough, so he kept pumping through the next section. It was just a really freakish wave to even watch. Ask anyone who's ever gotten a barrel, the one you think you're not gonna make and you make, that's the best one.
Nate, I don't know if you want to give up the special sauce, but what do you look for in a proper backdoor gem?
So some of the coolest looking backdoor waves are the giant double up teepee you see coming in. And that's got those swells that got a little extra north in them, and the drop's gonna be really hard, but they're not gonna be that long freight train runner, but they're gonna be as thick as a barrel can be and just spit as hard as a barrel can spit. Those are those psycho spitters that you see blowing guts out the back into the off the wall left channel. If you're looking for the wave of your life, then it's gonna be one of those ones. It's kind of deep pipeline in the middle, and it's not gonna end at backdoor. Yeah. That wall's gonna travel straight through off the wall, and you're gonna end somewhere by off the wall access. Young Chumbo's wave.
And yes.
That wave is the dream of off the wall. Not necessarily backdoor, but come on, that thing, beautiful rolling. I talked to him in Maui. He said he was on a 6-0. Very, very, very rare, but that is a dream off the wall wave.
We were told that Kelly swung by the house the morning before John's first heat back in the water at Pipe.
Yeah, in his classic Kelly. And who knows, it could have been innocent, but it most likely was not, knowing it. First heat back after injury, Pipe Masters, headphones on, 2 minutes before paddle out time, John's zoning, just charges into the yard, dude, straight over, tapping John on the shoulder, trying to have convo with him, and John's hey, what's up, talking to him for a second, and then Eli was there, and Eli was like, Kelly, get away from him.
Do you think Kelly got into John's head?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Before, John, His program didn't seem changed at all.
The waves aren't always perfect on the North Shore, so I recently grabbed Hannah Scott and a few grums for a little East Side adventure.
There's a real tree growing out of a rubber tree. It's like a nurse log, but growing out of rubber. I don't actually know how it's happening. It's like Machu Picchu.
There's an helicopter in
Are we at Machu Picchu? Can we get up there?
I think we're gonna go there.
It's like the day that I come to Jurassic Park, I have black and white. And it's so green. I know it'll be nice, but it's
good
like,
as well.
I know, but I do just love green. Yeah, you can take shots.
We are in the middle of Kualoa Valley. We saw some dinosaurs, some foot of Godzilla.
We saw some dinosaurs. Foots. It's 4,000 acres.
4,000 hectares
There's 900 horses,
and 200 cows.
even more cows. Oh my gosh.
What is it exactly?
Guava? With a beautiful pink center? Are there more guava trees? This is the highlight. A Jurassic guava.
When you ate this, Ken?
Yeah, I do. I am. It's super soft. It's not even like a weird experience. All I want for Christmas is one more Jurassic guava.
Fuck, my socks are all wet. At least you didn't step in cow shit like Tiff.
Let's step into the next segment, butter knife. We grabbed the board from Emily Erickson, who was the only surfer to ride a single fin in the Joe's event last Thursday.
10-6. I don't know what the other math means.
This is my baby! Look at this thing. Yeah, this is my OG black stripe board. I've had it for like 8 years, 8 winters. And Lyle and I made this. 10-6. This board has seen me on like pretty much most all my good big waves here. Waimea, Outer Reefs, took it to Mavs, got some good ones. Been to Jaws, got some good ones there last year. Tried again this year. It's got all the mana.
How is the one you're riding at Joe's?
My big boards are becoming more and more like my chopes, step-ups, or pipe step-ups. That would have taken an entire season, what happened in one day of competition. Guys are pushing so hard and you're in a 45-minute window. Catch more big waves than you would in a 5-hour session out there normally. You can pick and choose, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of being like, I'm not in the best spot, I am under the lip, but I'm gonna knife this thing and try and get barreled, you know? The game is changing so quickly and the equipment must change with this. Not saying that this doesn't work. Yeah. You can catch a 100-foot wave on this thing. You can take this to Waimea and have the best time of your life. Yeah. 100%. It'll be fun.
Single fins for me, it's like all about the feeling, like what I feel in the surf, and that feeling gliding into a wave just like fits perfectly with the single fin, and you can just do the most beautiful bottom turns, which is like my favorite feeling.
Could you stall hard enough on a single fin out there to get pitted on this board?
If you went out there and tried to double arm stall, either you'd dislocate your shoulders on this board or you would fall over. Emily, she does well on it. The girls are progressing very quickly and they're putting a lot more time in now. Yeah. So it's paying off dividends for them. At Jaws, you have the wind fighting you to get into it. And on top of that, these waves are moving incredibly fast. And a board like this is gonna have a ton of momentum behind it. The weight and all the heavy glassing on it, that thing's gonna keep going. And it can go both ways, because if you try and pull out, this thing's got no brakes on it, dude. It's bringing you straight over with it.
Peahi moves so fast. So to match that speed to get onto the wave, first of all, like that's why I'm riding a big board. I wanna make it. Jaws, I feel like I'm always like, oh, please don't rip apart my leg again. I always do the best when I'm playing. You don't play at Jaws though.
What are your kittens and lions?
My lion is our younger brother, Ivan, Florence. He's been on a tear this winter, and me and John are just so psyched to see him doing so well. And he's really come into his own. and the guy has been on fire, getting crazy psycho barrels with the best style of us three. I'll be very blatant about that. It's 100% his style is something else. It's just rad to watch. He's become my favorite surfer. But that leads into my kitten. Such runs come to an end, and warming up for the skate jam, he broke his damn arm badly. Surgery the next day, plates on both bones. He is out for some time now. And the worst part of all is he had a spot in the pipe trials. With his projection, I just felt like he was gonna really do well in that event.
My lion is villain because I got my first wave in Hawaii there, and I got my best session there, and it's not really a secret spot. And my kitten is, I couldn't find a good cheese.
That's white French people problems.
Sorry.
My kitten is FCS plugs and Futures fin screws because I've stripped 5 Futures screws and watched like 8 people lose fins with FCS plugs in like the last 2 months.
Yeah.
And I can't help but think that there just has to be a better solution.
Yeah,
there has to be a better way. My lion is all the locals at Jaws that were pulling tourists out of that muddy, crazy dirt track that gets down there.
Dude.
It was the craziest scene I've ever seen. There was like Mercedes rental cars parked in the reeds getting yanked out by ATVs and like military trucks driving people to and from the cliff. It was epic.
It's the end of this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Nathan, do you want to sign us off in this career?
I love the people.